A warm welcome to you here on TV News Hour, this hour on TV Sapiencia. The top stories today. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NiMet, has predicted thunderstorms and rains from today Monday to Wednesday across the country. Saudi authorities have prevented more than 269,000 individuals without official permits from entering Mecca ahead of this year's Hajj pilgrimage, officials announced on Sunday, as reported by International Stories. The international friendly between Nigeria's Falcons and the Indomitable Lioness of Cameroon will now be held tomorrow Tuesday at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta after the Confederation of African Football rejected a proposed shift to Monday. My name is Chioma Mecca. Thank you so much for joining us. Now on the news in full. We begin with the weather condition, where the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NiMet, has predicted thunderstorms and rains from today Monday to Wednesday across the country. NiMet's weather outlook released on Sunday yesterday in Abuja envisaged morning thunderstorms on Monday with rains over parts of Taraba, Kaduna, Gombe, Bauchi, Kebbi, Sokoto, Katsina, Jigawa and Kano State in the northern region. According to the agency, there are prospects of thunderstorms with rains over parts of Taraba, Kaduna, Sokoto, Borno, Kebbi and Zamfara State later in the day. The agency anticipated rain showers over parts of Oyo, Ekiti, Ogun, Osun, Ondo, Lagos, Edo, Abia, Imo, Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Rivers, Delta and Bayelsa later in the day. Away from the weather, the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria has announced the suspension of the nationwide industrial action earlier scheduled to begin today Monday. The JUSUN had earlier in a communique dated May 30 directed its federal chapters to begin an industrial action, that's a strike, from midnight of 1st June. In a statement issued on Sunday, JUSUN directed its members nationwide to suspend the planned industrial action and resume work today Monday. The statement explained that a 2-week reprieve had been granted to allow relevant authorities time to resolve the outstanding issues. This came after the Minister of Labour and Employment, Muhammad Dingia, and other stakeholders held a series of meetings with union leaders over the weekend. The JUSUN, in the communique signed by Acting General Secretary MJ Akwashiki, had called for the strike now suspended, citing unproductive meetings with the Minister of Labour and Employment. Their demands included payment of a 5-month wage award, implementation of the 70,000 Naira national minimum wage, and a 25%/35% salary increase. Still unflawed, several states have commenced measures to arrest flooding, with Nasarawa, Anambra, Borno, Kebbi and Bayelsa governments planning to evacuate residents to prevent loss of lives and property. The federal government announced in April that no fewer than 1,249 communities in the 176 local governments across 30 states and the Federal Capital Territory would witness heavy flooding between April and November 2025. This comes as residents of Mecca local government area in Niger State yesterday Sunday expressed fears of a disease outbreak as 2 more bodies were recovered beneath of the bridges swept away by the devastating flood that hit the local government area, bringing the total death toll to 153. The Mecca flood has receded, but residents who are still searching for missing persons lamented the putrid stench of decaying corpses, which has sparked fears of a disease outbreak. The suspended senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District of Kogi State, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, will appear in court tomorrow Tuesday as summoned. This was confirmed by her lead counsel, West Idahosa San, on Sunday yesterday. Idahosa, however, expressed uncertainty about whether the federal government planned to arraign her on Tuesday. He said that whatever the plans of the federal government, Akpoti-Uduaghan, as a law-abiding citizen, would comply with the court's directives. The federal government, through the Director of Public Prosecutions, Mohammed Abubakar, filed criminal charges against Akpoti-Uduaghan, alleging that she made defamatory statements during a live television broadcast and of course a private telephone conversation. The statements reported reportedly targeted the president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and former Kogi State Governor, Yahaya Bello. We are actually following on this particular story and we'll keep updating you as it unfolds. Now in Anambra State, we move to Aguata, where the C-Unit Charity Football competition has kicked off with Community Secondary School Ologu and Community Secondary School Isuofia, respectively, defeating their opponents, Government Technical College Umuchu and Christ Redeemer College Amesi. During the opening match, which took place at Umuchu Mini Stadium, Community Secondary School Ologu defeated Government Technical College Umuchu through a penalty shootout after a long and tough battle in first and second halves of the game, while Community Secondary School Isuofia defeated Christ Redeemer College Amesi with 2-1. Declaring the match open, the mayor of Aguata local government area, Dr. Chibueze Ofobike, appreciated the owner of the C-Unit label, the sponsor of the tournament, Chief Onyedika Ike, for the gesture, which he said will help discover young talent in football world and encourage their, and of course, other wealthy individuals to emulate him in partnering with the government for a more developed and prosperous society. In various interviews, the representatives of C-Unit label, Mr. Alex Okechukwu and Mr. Chukwebuka Nwafo, while disclosing that 12 schools in Aguata Council area are participating in the ongoing tournament, which will end on 13th of June 2025, with the winner going home with a sum of 1 million naira, second runner-up 600,000 naira, third place 300,000 naira, and other consolation prizes. Assure that the initiative will be sustained and will soon be taken to the state level, as it is one of the ways through which C-Unit label gives back to the society and assists young talents to shine. Away from Anambra State, the federal government is set to position Nigeria as a leading hub of industrial excellence in Africa, with the inauguration of the Planning Committee for the forthcoming National Industrial Manpower Summit. Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, John Eno, said this during the inauguration, that the move became necessary to ensure that Nigeria's industrial rise is not only powered by infrastructure and policy, but also by the people who are skilled, equipped and globally competitive. According to him, the upcoming National Industrial Manpower Summit is not just a government agenda, but a national imperative, noting that it is a call to industry leaders, policy architects, labor unions, educational institutions, and global partners to co-create a skills revolution that ensures Nigerian industries are not only built, but sustained by competent, competitive, and future-ready Nigerians. Away from Nigeria right now, we move to Saudi Arabia, where the Saudi authorities have prevented more than 269,000 individuals without official permits from entering Mecca ahead of this year's Hajj pilgrimage. Officials announced yesterday, Sunday, as reported by international news. The move came as part of a broader effort to control overcrowding and ensure safety during the annual Islamic ritual. The Interior Ministry stated that the measure targets both foreign nationals and Saudi residents attempting to perform Hajj without authorization. Fines of up to $5,000 and possible deportation have been imposed on violators. In addition, authorities have penalized over 23,000 residents for breaking Hajj regulations and revoked the licenses of 400 Hajj service providers. At a press conference in Mecca, officials said they had stopped 269,678 people without permits from entering the city. According to the rules, only those with permits are allowed to perform the pilgrimage, even if they live in the city year-round. Now we move to the interesting world of sports, where the international friendly between Nigeria's Super Falcons and the indomitable Lions of Cameroon will now be held tomorrow, Tuesday, at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta, after the Confederation of African Football rejected a proposed shift to Monday. Now, the Super Falcons, who had earlier announced the rescheduling of the tie via their official X, formerly Twitter handle, confirmed the reversal on Sunday yesterday. It was gathered that CAF did not approve the revised date of Monday, June 2, as proposed by the Nigeria Football Federation and the Cameroonian Football Federation, prompting a reversion and a reversal to the earlier schedule. The fixture was originally scheduled for Tuesday, June 3, but was briefly brought forward to Monday, June 2, following the cancellation of the first leg, initially billed for Saturday, May 31 at the Remo Star Stadium in Ikenne. That encounter was scrapped due to the late arrival of the Cameroonian delegation, who only reached Ikenne late Friday night, now too late for the required pre-match protocols and recovery. Well, with that news, we will wrap it up on this hour's News Hour. A quick reminder of our top stories from the weather. We told you that the Nigerian Meteorological Agency NiMet has predicted thunderstorms and rains from today Monday to Wednesday across the country. Saudi authorities have prevented more than 269,000 individuals without permit, that's official permit, from entering Mecca ahead of this year's Hajj pilgrimage, officials announced yesterday Sunday, as reported by international news. Finally, in sport, we told you that the international friendly between Nigeria's Super Falcons and the indomitable Lioness of Cameroon will now be held on Tuesday tomorrow at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta after the Confederation of African Football rejected a proposed shift to Monday. Well, that's it on News Hour this hour. Many thanks to you for joining us. Thank you so much. My name is Chioma Victor Mecca. Thanks for watching us and stay here on TV Sapiencia. Good afternoon from here.